job's a joke, you broke, your love life's the away. It's like you're always stuck in second gear, when it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to fall. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you 'cause you're there for me too. I'll be there for you 'cause you're there for me too.
How was your weekend?
Girl, you will not believe who I just hooked up with this weekend.
Who?
Chris.
No way.
Yes, way.
Didn't you just hook up with Matthew M? Better watch out for them STIs and don't get pregnant.
How would I get... What's an STI? Wait, I thought you couldn't get pregnant if you were in a hot tub.
Did you know a study on college students having vaginal sex showed that only 50.3% of them were using a condom? Also, 18 to 24-year-olds are most likely to get pregnant while having unprotected sex.
You do know that if you have sex in a hot tub, or anywhere for that matter, you can get pregnant?
So what do I do?
Well, you have options, you know?
I use the pill.
Ooh.
I make my boyfriend wear condoms.
Ah.
I have an IUD. Well, inside of me. This is just a display for the video.
Oh.
25% of our Aggies use a condom every time they're sexually active in order to engage in safe sex. Whereas 25% of our Aggies also use a condom, but also use the pill in order to engage in safe sex as well. 25% of our Aggies also use the pill, but no condom in order to engage in safe sex. And then 15% of our Aggies use an IUD in order to engage in safe sex. And then 5% use an implant in order to engage in safe sex. And then finally, only 5% are not specific on what contraceptives they use when engaging in safe sex.
Well, which one would be best for preventing pregnancy?
Well, my IUD is 99.9% effective, but birth control pills are cheaper and they hurt less. I recommend if you get an IUD, you have a very high pain tolerance. I almost threw up and passed out. And it's super expensive.
Condoms are also cheap and you don't need a prescription.
And you can get them for free at Buell.
Free?
Corey gets a condom.
Really?
Wendy gets a condom.
What?
Alexis gets a condom. And Dr. Fair gets a condom.
And they lower your risk of pregnancy and STIs.
As studies have shown, unplanned pregnancies are the leading cause for dropout statistics for female college students. Nearly 61% of college students who have a child after their secondary education dropped out as a result of unplanned pregnancy.
Oh my gosh, guys. Why does it matter? How many people on this campus do you think are doing the same exact thing that I'm doing?
Now let's collect some data from our fellow Aggies. You, ma'am,
Yes,
do you use birth control?
I do.
What birth control methods do you use?
I use condoms.
Why?
Why? Well, they're cheap and they're effective and they prevent me from getting an STI. Yuck.
Do you and your partner discuss using birth control?
Yeah, we do. We don't want kids yet because we're still in college and ain't nobody got time for that.
Interesting. Let's see what our next person has to say. You, ma'am! Do you use birth control?
I do.
What do you use?
I use an IUD.
Why?
Well, an IUD is 99.9% effective. And I can't have kids right now. I can barely afford myself.
Do you and your partner discuss this?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we both can't afford kids right now. No.
Excellent. And now on to the next person. You, ma'am! Do you use birth control?
Yes, I do.
What do you use?
I actually use the pill.
Why?
It has a higher chance of preventing an unwanted pregnancy, and I don't have to depend on whether a guy used a condom or not.
Do you and your partner discuss this?
Yeah, we're just having fun. We don't want a baby.
Excellent. Now on to our final participant. Do you use birth control?
Why, yes, I do use birth control.
What do you use?
I use the condom, but in addition to using the condom, I use the pill.
Why?
Using both the condom and the pill just provides like extra protection, I guess, against pregnancy and STIs.
Do you and your partner discuss this?
Yes, we discussed this. We're just kind of like big chillin', and we don't want a kid. We're still in college, so yeah.
Great job. Well, you've heard it here, folks. This is what Aggies are using to engage in safe sex practices. And now, back to the studio. Was it difficult to conduct sex research?
Yes, it was very difficult personally for me to conduct sex research because I wasn't all that comfortable like talking to my friends about this. Like, hey, can you do my survey? Well, what is your survey about? Oh, it's about, if you use protection during sex and what kind of birth control methods you use. I felt that I would have been judged a lot by my friends. Like, why is she asking me about this stuff? I'm pretty sure like most of my group members also felt the same way about this.
Did anything surprise you?
Something that we found really surprising was that although 100% of them were engaging in safer sex practices, only 50% of them actually use condoms, when in reality condoms protect you against STIs, rather than the people that only use the birth control and IUDs to prevent the pregnancy aren't thinking about the sexually transmitted infections.
How did this project relate to you as a future healthcare professional?
As a group, we are all aspiring nurses, so it really was important that we stepped out of our comfort zone and talked to people about uncomfortable things that not everyone wants to talk about. It's also important that we learned about the different contraceptives and how we can apply this to nursing, as each of our patients have different financial statuses and just personally feel different about different things, and that's how we can apply this to our professional careers.
How will you use this information in your future career?
Well, as future nurses, it's important for us to be able to educate young people as well as older people on different contraceptives. I feel like it's vital in order to help engage students at an earlier age that we teach about sex education at an earlier age. That way they have more information and they don't find themselves in harmful or stressful situations in the future. We also feel like it's important to be able to educate people in a professional manner and those who have different situations. What did your team learn about your topic that you didn't know before taking the class or doing this project?
We learned that 100% of our participants engage in safer sex practices. We also learned that only 50% use a condom, and that most of the people were afraid of becoming pregnant than getting an STI.